Hi everybody. Hi everybody. We're back at the Obama on Obamacare. This is the Obama Bear. He is our little guy. Just like Obama the president was one to help elect President Biden. Yay! Happy days are here again. And for those of you who are Republicans, I'm very sorry you had to deal with Trump. And for those of you who are Democrats, I'm sure you are all very happy. I know I am. And I think each and every one of you who voted for Biden, you all are a blessing. It was awesome. Um, anyway, bless you, Jim. Like, he sneezed.
You know how it's not.
We're on.
Well, I'm going to say something. Why is buddy says that? Teacher, listen to that one.
Okay. I'm kidding, Treasures. And White Star is going to be up. Anyway, I hope you like the new president as much as I think he's going to be. He is not going to be an imbecile like Trump and tell us to bleach ourselves. Okay, Obama's ready for Jim. White Star. I'm sorry.
If they turn off the TV, just because I show up, it didn't start working. Actually, right, everyone? So, oh, hi there. It's just like, let's get the H Rose and Kurtz over there. And I have some other guys. Started what they call that guy? Started like 500 years ago. Started like weed, medicinal, something like that. I remember that. He was cool. Anyway, I hope I can be understood because I have been mumbling too much. Because I seem to be thinking faster than my mouth can move. Started out, well, that can be dealt with. We won't deal with that here. Uh, yeah, so I'll wait. Okay, well, okay, so about Obamacare. See, the first thing you should do is go to our two catfish, basically catfish, White Star West on Google or not? It's on Twitter. Yeah. Say what? No, no, I was talking about the Obama Bear, I guess.
Meaning White Star, what?
No, I started with the White Star because I said your name is Kitty H. Rosenkreutz. And I'm the other guy. I'm the White Star to West. But except on Twitter, yeah, and this page where Facebook that stats are over there. Kitty H. Rosenkreutz. I sort of because I make up a lot of stuff. She said, like who cares? And it's just sort of wrong my. I'm trying to be not to laugh, but I got damn good weed. And I'm glad people are saying just agreed to legalize it. Not that I haven't had it for years for medical purposes, because right, if I consider I have glaucoma, okay? Generally speaking, in glaucoma, I'm say 10 to 15 is normal pressure. 15 to 20 or borderline over 20. Well, as soon as you reach 20, actually, they start checking you for glaucoma. So the 20 overweight is bad, and 30 is painful. 40 you want to die because I don't. I have a very unusual form of glaucoma. It's like the first known dominant gene for glaucoma in medical history. So yeah, so I guess all my family are famous people for being having poor eyesight, blind, or going nearly blind or whatever. But okay, so what about this stuff? Obamacare, yeah. See, that's cool. Okay, see, a while back on Twitter, I posted something about how what is it? Um, yeah, Obamacare. Okay, it's simple. A lot of people don't seem to understand the concept. Okay, I call it the economic and political behaviorism. So, okay, there's this one guy who goes like, I don't see what's the deal. I mean, behaviorism has to do with the mind. Uh, what's it called? The Obamacare? No, it's not right. Oh yeah, and economics deal with money. Okay, big deal. The point is that uh, there's both evolutionary entities and cognition follows the basic heuristics of evolution. I'm not going to the proof, but yeah, that's been proved. And that proof is it can't be challenged because it's based on what are called axioms. So it means axiomatic. It is self-evident that it's true. For example, so you have a triangle. Uh, it's an axiomatic that it has like three sides. You can't have a four-sided triangle. Maybe you're two stones or something like that. Well, not even about weight that well. You have to really understand for that kind of stuff. Or maybe I don't know. I never did see. I guess a four-sided triangle. Ain't got a drug ever for that matter. So that's good. But you know, get back to glaucoma. Okay, so for a long time, my pressures after I didn't I literally gave up my license to smoke weed because I thought it was not going to have an effect. But then what happened is that the pressure kept creeping up, and it's for was around 12 something, 15 something. The right eye goes into the left. Usually just done the other way around, but the right eye is constantly 20 or higher. So anyway, so what did the magic weed do? Uh, um, well, let's see. The left eye, this one dropped to 12 milliliters of mercury to 4. Now, 4 is way too low. All this did was came from this like 20th of a gram of weed in the form of a medical muffin or marijuana muffin. Trish calls them, I mean, Kitty calls them magic muffins because that's about like they. See, so one time, this is hilarious, but well, not really hilarious. Kind of hilarious is that see, once she baked these big magical muffins, and so she went into the kitchen and picked her and said, "Hey, you know, can see that card too?" I expect I did. So she picks the muffin up and she, oh, yummy. So I got the munchies out of there. So it was yeah, a bad trip. Well, that's what happens. You stay up all day eating magic muffins. The pizza pop by that's another good one. Or for breakfast, you can have what I call dope toasties. No, I got to finish dope toasties first because a lot of potheads believe that dope is not acceptable. You have weed, reefer, 420. Now they used to call it flour. Okay, well, said that's what we use. We make pancakes, but we use flour. We have this shortening too, and eggs, whatnot, and milk usually. But yeah, started making dope toasties. What I always do is like I either spray the pan with Pam or generic version, and then I heat it up for some bit, and then so it's like when it's nice and hard. I already had it pretty round for granted, but then you sprinkle that all over, well, not really all the time. You pretty much want it in one spot. You spread it out too far, and it'll come up when you take the pancake off. So you have to put it in the center, and then you fry it for 3 minutes to activate the THC, and then you pour it, pancake batter over that, and it's like then you have like perfect pancake. But then the cool thing about it is well, the if you start eating adult toasty and Thursday under well, this is pretty good. I put good pancake, but then they go, oh wow, I thought you terrible munchie. I think I have whatever the burger is that they have the breakfast Marley. It's like a breakfast bagel or something like that. I guess they don't sell those in McDonald's. It's been a while since I had breakfast there. Anyway, so, but yeah, but getting back to Obamacare. So the idea was simple. We just say, we let Obamacare float on the market. In other words, rather than fees and like that, the, the what you call them, the rules, like, well, instead of being determined by the government alone, it also respond to market forces. So this way, conceivably, if enough is done to prop up the private sector, then that what the costs of Obamacare and be competitive. And then the main problem is that I'll get money, but the main problem is that you know what we call private companies, like Bernie Sanders and Elizabeth Warren, or the, the private the private whatever private feature well anyway the private well anyway uh, yeah, not the companies, just a private option. That's what's called private option. But so if you didn't care for the state run health program, then you should have the right to go out for. I agree. So the main problem is that okay, well for one thing, insurance companies do not like to give out money to pay for diseases that are pre-existing because look at me, I have glaucoma, I'm nearly blind, I have high blood pressure, I have what else? Uh, Bipolar. I went to them. I said high blood pressure. Diabetic. Those are all pre-existing conditions. So if I signed up with a conventional company, they just turn me down. And where I go, straight back to Obamacare. So what we have to do is make them compete with Obamacare, which they're loath to do because I guess so many Republicans are in, I guess, the drug industry or something that they don't understand. Like the song says, if they don't like it, they don't understand. That's what it said that one time when Mama Lee, opened his windows like in the middle of winter, and I was there, and I did happen, and it's like I hate to have a stereo like that. Sci-fi people, they must have had clip shorts because that's how loud and pure the sound was. But it's like when the first two lines of the song, Julius sang it was he's a drugstore driving man. He's the head of the Ku Klux Klan. So there's a line in there that says like he's like the only DJ you can hear after 3. Well, that's the case. It's like 3 o'clock and they turned up the stereo on. Blew the shit out of the neighborhood because it's like everybody's windows for a while ago cracked up and out of pieces. But that's beyond a tangent, I guess. But okay, Obama Bear and Obamacare. So, hey, honey, where'd you put Obama Bear?
What?
Where'd you put Obama Bear? I want to show him to the camera again. Is he over here?
I got him.
Well, anyway, that's Kitty bring over the Obamacare.
Yeah.
It's hi
You got it backwards.
He's upside down and backwards. I know. Hey, this is Obamacare. He actually is great grand actually in their Obamacare. Obamacare, I don't know. I think Trish may have got it from Michelle or something. I'm not really really know these people, but let's still get back to Obamacare. Okay, so you're float on the market, but so yeah, but get back to pre-existing conditions. Okay, well, see, you don't actually force people to have pre-existing conditions, so you give them an incentive. So Republicans aren't going to like this, but to some extent, it involves raising taxes if they don't comply. If they don't accept pre-existing conditions, they get it could be a lot because that would raise prices. That could put them out of business. Maybe 2, 3, 4% on their income tax or corporate taxes, whatever. Well, I haven't worked out the math because we have to put it on a gradient and take the average of the curve over long periods of time. How inflation was working. That's different. I'll talk about inflation sometime later. But anyway, so but then to further encourage their ability to have to accept pre-existing conditions, you reduce their taxes up. It should be done in the sense that it's always better to take the herd than not to, or at least give them a strong enough incentive to that maybe it's a 50-50 chance that they take it and still take care of a lot of people than they were before. If they didn't like the private interest, they could always go over Obamacare. That's what Obamacare just said. So yeah, so but today I was thinking about it, and so well, um, I was like, oh yes, one thing we could do would be to just I don't want to nationalize everything, but because I think the government monopoly is as bad as a big monopoly like say Microsoft or Amazon. Or, but anyway, Amazon's a cool. Yeah, it's like well, again with Amazon for a minute. Okay, so the idea is okay, not instead of nationalizing everything, we just put it in the form of kind of a you can socialize them up, just bring them. What's it? Well, it wouldn't really be an incentive. It'd be like I don't know. It's like a direct payment into the company. They get a certain percent kickback from the government if they do accept pre-existing conditions. So, well, okay, they always say, oh, don't raise taxes. Well, if you don't, what's the money to run the government? And that's just if you constantly lower it now. So, well, yeah, that idea have it's kind of cool. Is that what we do about these huge monopolies anyway? Like Microsoft, uh, Walmart, McDonald's. Uh, yeah, well, Burger King's pretty bad, but today I got a burger from Arby's. No, they don't have burgers there. It's a sandwich. It's stuff. I had one of those and some rice and some Diet Coke. I was pretty strong, so yeah, I bet it tasted great. I never that's the way. Yeah. So yeah, I've had medical marijuana for years, but now it's being legalized all over the state. So that's cool. So all you people that are high, you can go out to a store now and or they sell it at drugstores. But they sell providers selling stuff. But which way money I can get this? I think this. Yeah, this must be a friend. So wow. Anyway, so okay, so uh, I'll win. It's another case of that sort of thing. I talked to with this one woman who's very much a Republican, although I believe that I think she may knew Muhammad Ali because well, I guess if you're only a black chick in a white town in the middle of nowhere, not all of them could know Muhammad Ali, but it's just it's something puzzling going on because okay, yeah, I ran her name with Black Panthers to Google, and it's like either the same woman was did something at an earlier age that was reused, but okay, it's this woman that hooked pretty much like her, almost identical. When I see it, it's well, maybe she gained some weight since she left California, wherever. But anyway, so part of it is there, and I go, well, like I said, we're both from California, but anyway, so I won't get her name because she'll probably show up and try to sue me for slander or libel or whatever. But yeah, so we were discussing all the Novick. Mentioned it's always worked well for me, but okay. So what happened is that they stopped making it because it was too cheap. So my solution was simply say, well, the drug companies up, the government should just have a fund, for paying for, bringing back into existence drugs which are so cheap that it's not commercial to make them. So yeah, I should make sure you can do a lot of that. But most of the time I have to put tax incentives, laws, those are good things. So anyway, so yeah, it kind of be the half of a voucher plan. See, if you don't know, I think that we should have vouchers for everyone for any type of insurance, but only limited so much amount. Way more, actually not a month per person, but a month based upon so the median cost of all the different illnesses. So you have a pre-existing condition that's taken into cost, into, well, it takes into effect. Uh, so, and what? So it's simpler really to have. Okay, so here's what actually do you know what insurance what they still have to pay? It's not a fine, it's a tax. It's what they haven't paid to the conditioners. Positive, negative conditioners. Positive conditioners, that's when you do something that makes people move towards the direction you want them to. Negative, uh, it's nothing. So like, that's just why I believe that we should raise taxes in some cases because just to produce an effect because what consider this? Suppose you were raising a trusted child and okay, he or she, is 3 years old or 2 years old, whatever, wants up on the TV or whatever. But what you do, well, you don't just rewarding for good behavior, but you have to find some kind of a punishment, or else it just doesn't work. If you just say, well, okay, yeah. Oh, okay, it's okay to be on the TV, not just so short circuit yourself. But so yeah, yeah, really. For other things, like today, people convinced that old fashioned wrong, but it is wrong. I agree with that to an extent because I mean, I saw these water of the back period, but I mean, even parents who reject this have to find some way to condition a child into acceptable behavior. And there's this extent in the economics in the sense that, well, everything is just every product has its economic niche, and the same thing goes for the people who act as carriers or like influence by the product, use of the product. But I mean, like goods. I mean, all kinds of goods. Like this bear here is a good actually probably dog, but that doesn't really matter. He's hi there, Obama bear. Hey, what happened to Frogger? Is he still around?
He ain't the bad guy.
What did Frogger do around now?
He's a Republican.
I didn't know if Frogger was a Republican. Why? Because he's green, they're red.
You gotta be in. I'll get it.
Oh, okay. So okay. I'll put the Obama bear over here for a while. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I can't find things to do it on here. Oh, wow. Here we go. There it over. So anyway, yeah. So, oh yeah. Hi. Hello. Yeah.
That's for all Republicans.
This is Frogger Bear.
You gotta be fat.
He's got a big head. So that means he's like President Trump. And that President Trump, everybody again. So who cares? I mean, as long as he's not fat, then it's okay. It doesn't really matter if his wife takes orgasms or not. I think she's still a pretty lady. So I think but that's his faces and stuff. Um, Frogger, he does that last week. Frogger, Frogger Bear. It's the everything. If you're a kitty, it's like everything is like a bear. This is a bear. If you look his hair, it's the I can see his eyes, what my ears and his arms and legs and all around. This is a cool bear. So yeah. So that's yeah. I think deal with the memes, products and money. Now, if you read Dawkins, what's it called? The Selfish Gene. You'll find that see every every entity that can be considered as a behaving system that was any entity that really interacts with another. Okay, so they can always be inverted. In other words, you can move from the proximate sector to the distal one. Proximate is near and distal means far. So you're going from the inside looking out to outside looking in. Just like the really blues to say about activity or nicotine Tim. Yeah, he flew so high, he slept so low, he always knew exactly which way he's gonna go. Take you up, he'll bring you down. Plant your feet back firmly onto ground. That's what Tim was like. Because I knew him, but the point at which I started knowing him was pretty well after the 6 were over, and he was trying to make a living by going on lecture tours. Sometimes was one of the Watergate guys, that's his name. Well, they debated whether drugs should be legalized. Well, so anyway, so we did. Just one school I went to school at, and he's doing a lecture. And okay, so here's what I met Timothy earlier. Okay, so they have a question for they have a question and answer session afterwards. The lecture itself was not very meaningful, but so I wanted to write for. I was going to say something. Tim kept talking, so I sat down and someone else would have to write for that first question. I don't remember what it was. It was long and around. I was actually way too stoned, and all Tim said, I actually done for about like 5 minutes. I said no. And I got there and I said, uh, Uncle Tim, I said, Uncle, nicotine Tim. What? I used to smoke a lot. But anyway, nicotine Tim, or whatever. I said, I know there's a lot of teleology in the system. Can you explain that? So I went and sat down on my seat again, and he said, that's a good question. I spent my 15 minutes trying to explain to a good, stoned out bunch of, I don't really what they call them, Christopher's. Yeah, there were Christy critters in their brains. And so, uh, yeah, and so he came to the conclusion, yes, I do believe there's a final goal everything is tending towards. Uh, then Jimmy Kaplan make another statement by the statement not question back there. And I want to say really is that Tim, uh, teleology is a selection process. So people can Google those terms and see what they mean because um, I want to change something. Teleology is spelled Teleology. So yeah, whatever. It comes from the word telos, which is Greek for tool, logi, that's from a logos to be word for a word. Hey, that's their idea. I thought about this for a while. I can't communicate to some people. Okay, so everybody out there in terms of me and whatnot, right? It's so popular, in fact, that they're doing someone put out a book called The Electric Minute. Now, that's not how you play your guitar. It's a matter of how the internet is changing life or society, really. Well, so according to Dawkins, you can invert the normal perspective on genes and human beings or animals or plants or anything like that. So rather than saying human beings conquer the earth, you don't. You say that our genes conquer the earth, and we're lucky enough to be around as being survival machines for them. This is like how it applies to economics. Is well, I got to finish the story yet. So anyway, yeah, memes. Memes are gene analogs for reproducing systems, and that includes language, thoughts, cognitive psychology, uh, journal editors and artists, wherever, uh, draw rely on memes. It's like, okay, so you paint it, do a painting, you throw it in conversation. No one's going to see it after that. If you're a serious artist, you want your work to live forever. Not to probably die when the sun goes nova a couple billion years. No, actually, it's not going to go nova. It's just going to turn into a giant red sun, and well, that's the end of that. But so so their memes are gene analogs. They replicate. They make copies of themselves, or sometimes they make copies of something other than themselves. But in any case, okay. So, well, if they did not give us a nurse well, if we have a gene analog, what would a word analog be? So I already had a name for that, logos, which is, I think I said this before, that's from the first chapter of the Gospel of John. It was in the beginning was the logos, and the logos was God, and the logos was God. And the logos became flesh and dwelt among us. Said logos means word in Greek. So uh, in the English translation, it goes like, in the beginning was the Word, and the Word was God, and the Word was with God, and the Word became flesh and dwelt among us. That's kind of what logos is. Like the Word exists in its fresh form because fresh people, whether due to genes, but they carry around memes in their brains, and then they want to reproduce. So like, oh, I ate a frog bear. Frog bear is cute. So little boy or girl, you like eat bears, even our frogs. And mommy, say, mommy, give me a frog bear. Okay, well that's cool. Uh, so, but yeah, looking back to the loci, it's the plural is the loci, Logoi. Singular is logos, Logos. But so, so I posited that okay, if you have a gene analog, why can't you have a word analog? Okay, first thought that comes up is the genetic code. It's coming from a language. Um, I'm sure there are things that how we actually use language for, but the point is that a sufficient number of metaphors, written metaphors, that fall in with this. Uh, it's just a definition, right? Well, there's a word analog, but okay, so there's like it could apply to the genetic code. It can apply to say artwork, like you do a painting. That in a way is like a word and it contains a certain amount of content, but the words are like survival machines for the painting. Because okay, what do you do? You can't just get things go down and say, "Oh hi, I just get a picture of Obamacare." There's just wow. Okay, so you see that picture, and say an artitude. So okay, they go over there and say, "Oh wow, this is a great picture of a frog bear." So that's how the paints reproduce. The artist does a good painting, it sells, he makes another painting, puts it up on the wall. Same thing happens as long as you're in a network. But I'd like sometimes to maybe put my paintings on what's the name of that site? Yeah, you probably not YouTube, YouTube. Okay, this is this channel. Where you can buy stuff from. I can't remember the name right now. It's not Amazon. It's hey Kitty, honey, at all?
Oh,
I'm wondering. I was talking about um, Yeah.
What?
You want this thing? I have a question and I forgot already. But are you just about time to shut this down?
Yeah.
Okay then. Uh, hey, Parker Bear. I guess it's the way goodbye. And she shall finish out that evening with the rest of you. There we go. Okay, go back home.
Exactly right there.
So, you're away when I see you, I'm pretty, then, something wrong. Well, there you are. Just say bye to Parker Bear, everyone.
Okay, folks. Now, Roger represents Montana because Montana voted for Trump and all Republicans. I was very disappointed in Montana. But for the people who voted for Biden, I was very proud. So overall, we have Biden for the whole country, not just for one state. One state doesn't mean anything. Actually, there are 3 states in the country who are Republican. That doesn't mean a thing. They can do what they want, but they can't mess with the little people. Um, I don't know how we're gonna top off Biden and Obama for next.
Kamala Harris should mark them.
Yeah.
Want to do a program with Kamala Harris, honey, someday?
Yeah. Anyway, Christmas season is coming. Christmas season is coming up, so I hope you all have a very Merry Christmas. And the weather outside is frightful. The snow is so delightful. Let it snow, let it snow, let it snow. Okay, that's all, folks.